The Dallas Cowboys are in free fall, 4 straight losses, hardly competitive in any home game this season, and hamstring surgery that'll put Dak Prescott on the shelf until next season. Team owner Jerry Jones says there won't be an in-season coaching change, but with the team losing by an average of 23 points per outing in home games this year, something has to change in Jerry world. The Cowboys, 3-6, will try to grab their first home victory this season as the Houston Texans, 6-4, make the trip to North Texas, fresh off an unusual defeat last Sunday night to the Detroit Lions. Houston intercepted Jared Goff 5 times and still lost. Houston does, however, have a lead in the AFC South, ahead of the Colts by 2 games in the standings, and also having swept Indy this season, and will try to pad it on Monday Night Football. Receiver Nico Collins, who was activated off IR and added to the 53-man roster but did not play last week, will be a full go after a hamstring injury cost him the past 5 games. Brandon Aubrey good again from deep. Brandon Aubrey has become the NFL's most reliable big-leg kicker. He just connected from 53 yards to cut Houston's lead to 17-10. He's now 20 of 21 from 50-plus yards since joining the Cowboys as a rookie last season. The score capped a 35-yard Cowboys drive that was cut short when a third-down Cooper Rush pass was batted down at the line of scrimmage. There's 5:55 remaining in the first half. Houston settles for red zone field goal. The Texans settled for a field goal after Joe Mixon's big gain to extend their lead to 17-7 with 9:10 remaining in the second quarter. Insult to injury for Cowboys. Joe Mixon just ripped the Cowboys again, this time for a 37-yard gain deep into Dallas territory on a screen pass. A penalty for a low block on DeMarvion Overshown added 15 yards to the play to put the Texans in the red zone with a chance to extend a 14-7 lead. Cavante Turpin torches Texans secondary for 65-yard TD. The Cowboys are on the board. On the first play of the second quarter, Cooper Rush found Cavante Turpin running free from the right slot. Turpin corralled the pass and sprinted untouched through the Texans secondary for a 64-yard touchdown. Cowboys cut Texans lead to 14-7. Cowboys TE Jake Ferguson is out. More bad news for the Cowboys. Starting tight end Jake Ferguson is in concussion protocol and out for the game. Houston carries a 14-0 lead into the second quarter. Joe Mixon scores again for 14-0 Texans lead. The Dallas defense is overmatched. Joe Mixon just ran for his second touchdown of the night to cap a 10-play, 63-yard drive. The Texans extend their lead to 14-0 and have scored touchdowns on 2 of their 3 possessions against a porous Dallas defense that's struggling to contain the run. Cowboys give the ball back. Now it's the Texans' turn for an interception. Cooper Rush looked for CeeDee Lamb on 3rd and 8. Instead, he found Texans cornerback Derek Stingley Jr., who picked the ball off to take over possession for Houston at the Dallas 37-yard line. In 2 possessions, the Cowboys have now failed at a fake punt and thrown an interception. Houston leads 7-0 with 5:49 left in the first quarter. Cowboys take ball right back. The Texans faced 4th and 3 at the Dallas 30 after the failed fake punt and opted to go for it instead of kicking a field goal. C.J. Stroud threw an interception to Malik Hooker on a downfield pass, and the Cowboys avoided an early double-digit deficit. Cowboys fake punt backfires. This is a disastrous start for Dallas. The Cowboys faked a punt and completed a pass on 4th down. But Houston's return team was ready, and John Mechie 3 tackled Dallas Wanya Thomas for a 4-yard gain, 5 yards short of the sticks. A turnover on downs gives the Texans the ball in Cowboys territory while holding a 7-0 lead. Texans bounce back from mistake for big play TD from Joe Mixon. Their first touchdown didn't count, so 6 plays later, the Texans scored another. Joe Mixon rumbled for 45 yards and a touchdown to give the Texans an early lead. This was just moments after a penalty negated Nico Collins' would-be 77-yard touchdown on the game's first play from scrimmage. Houston leads 7-0, and the Dallas defense managed to give up 2 big play touchdowns on 1 possession.